Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Wheel of Pain. In the last episode, it was Hydrogen EX versus Salamence EX, a battle of the Stage 2s, and well, Joe decided to play one copy of his favourite Surging Sparks, and yeah, that didn't exactly end very well for the sister, but obviously now we're back with another episode, and hopefully my sister will have a bit better luck and not make me...
Hey, I would have probably been all right last episode if you hadn't have put the EX in, but
To be fair, it's a good card. It's just, not many people play it, and, well, I only played one copy, so you can't fully moan. But obviously, since my sister did lose the last episode, she is more than welcome to choose whether I go first or second.
I'd like to go first this time, please.
You would like to go first. Alright, then.
Yep.
Alright, let's hit the wheel and see what you get. The wheel's slowing down. And it's Medicham EX. That's quite an interesting card, actually.
And it's the one from Stellar Crown, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think it's the only one that exists anyway, but I just wanted to check. So, Medicham EX is a Stage 1, 260 HP Pokemon. Excuse me. For 2 colorless, it does Chiatsu, which just says put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 50. Mm-hmm. And then for a fighting and 2 colorless, it does Yoga Kick for 190, and this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance, and it is Psychic Weak, 1 retreat cost, no resistance. So
that's not too bad then. There are a few things you can do for that. Yeah, there's a few ways you can make that work. But let's see if either I don't get a colourless or I get a psychic type. Let's see. There are a couple of colourless on this wheel. I'm kind of hoping I don't get one. And I get Glaceon. Okay, I'll take Glaceon.
So Glaceon EX is a Stage 1 270 HP Pokemon. And for a water and a colourless, it does Frost Bullet for 110 damage. And then it also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And then for a grass, water, and darkness energy, it does Euclays, or Euclays.
No, you was right the first time, Euclays.
Cool, Euclays. And it just says, knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon that has exactly 6 damage counters on it. So it's basically Timu Claw of Darkness. Is it Claw of Darkness?
No, it's Terminal Period you're thinking of.
Terminal Period, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a Metal Weakness, no resistance, 1 retreat cost. So
not too bad. I think we've got some pretty interesting spread potential archetypes here. We've got some pretty good cards to work with, and obviously I get the Eevee engine, so already that's pretty nice, but there are a few ways in which you can build Medicham, I can say that much. But anyway, we're going to go off, make our decks as per normal, and we'll see you shortly. And welcome to our first game. This is the first Sibling Sunday with a stupid new UI. It looks horrible.
It feels like they've just zoomed it out, basically.
Yeah, I agree on that. Your characters are all zoomed out, things like that.
The text is smaller.
Luckily for you folks, Joe somehow fought ahead, and there's more videos up until early to mid next month. So luckily for you, you don't have to see this dumb UI too much. Okay, we'll start you. There's the Meditite. Both had the same idea then.
Binacle.
Okay.
Pad.
Got some Barbaracle in here.
And we'll grab ourselves a Solrock.
And a Solrock Luther turn engine.
Bench Solrock, attach for turn, and pass.
Interesting. Let's see what we've got. Well, that's a perfect top deck. We will go Buddy Poffin. Grab an Eevee and a Snorunt. I'll bench second Snorunt. I'll then Eblen you. I don't really want to use Colourful Catch, but I do need to get a turn attachment. So I will attach a Dark to the bench and pass.
Alright.
I'm already regretting not putting one card in this list, but I'll talk about that later.
Alright, we'll get another Meditite down. We'll evolve into Medicham EX.
There it is.
And then we'll go ahead and play Lilies.
Don't worry, it's not Lilies that I'm on about. There is 4 in here, I can assure you.
Okay, we'll evolve to Barbarical. Play Fighting Gong. Grab ourselves a Lunatone.
And to think you said this is a bit of a pile that you've concocted here.
Well, I thought it was, but, you know, early days and all. Lunan Cycle. Okay. Guess we could do that.
Yeah, there's one card I'm regretting not putting in, and well, to be fair, it'd actually give you an advantage per se, but yeah, I'm kind of regretting it.
Okay, I'm gonna go Ignition Energy for turn.
Okay,
and I'm just gonna take the knockout.
I don't blame you. Yoga Kick for 190.
I had a couple of things I could have done there, but we'll see.
Well, there's actually now 2 cards I regret not putting in this list. Right. I can get an attack card, but it's quite messy in the process. So I'm going to ball these 2 away. Grab Glaceon.
I had a feeling that Risky Ruins was going to be in your list.
Yeah, see, there's actually 2 cards that I regret not having in this list. One begins with Mega Frostlass. And the second begins with Meowth EX. We'll just go for the Frost Bullet, and we'll put 30 on the Meditite.
Okay.
I don't even 2-shot you.
No.
And obviously Euclid is exactly 6, not, you know, more than 6.
Yeah.
And obviously I have a 0-card hand.
Okay, we'll go Fighting Gong. Grab an Energy.
I think you've definitely got the better engine, I will say.
I will cycle.
I mean,
Fighting just has a lot going for it at the moment.
It does.
I'll evolve into Medicham EX.
Because I could have gone with the same old, I'm just going to play, you know, Noctowls and stuff. That I've done that enough. I'm bored of it.
Yeah. I'm going to attach Rocky Energy for turn.
Okay. Playing around my Euclays a bit.
I will Pokepad.
I have that.
Monkey Dory.
You even got monkeys in the list, damn.
Yeah. I thought of everything, I hope. And then I'll use Chiatsu.
Yes.
To put yourself to 50 HP left.
Which lines up your Yoga Kick quite nicely. Well, that's something. Gonna evolve to Frostlass on the bench. I'm kind of cooked here, I'll be honest. I'm just going to Frost Bullet and hit the one on the bench again.
Sure.
And Freezing Shroud kicks in.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, this does line up my backup attacker, but, well, I don't really have the facilities to get him going, big man.
Night Stretcher for an energy.
I hope at least one person gets that reference. Probably not, but...
I'll use Stone Arms.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of cooked since game 1.
I'll put Monkey Dory down and we'll Lilies.
Yeah, I've not seen a single supporter, bear in mind. There are supporters in this deck.
Yeah, Yoga Kick for knockout.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So now I have no attacker. And, yeah, it's not looking good for Joe here. Top deck of a dream, please. Let's see, after the Freezing Shroud resolves. Drum roll, please.
Another Frostlass.
Yeah, pass.
Fair dues.
Some may say, oh, it's correct to give you the one without the air balloon. I'm not being funny. I have a 0-card hand. I have no attackers. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what I do here.
Yeah.
I mean, the monkey, or the damage counters are starting to add up.
Yeah, I'm just going to
not. Yeah, I don't blame him. Not. Right. There is
Go
a
down to
chance
2.
we come back from this. I need a miracle off the top, please. And I need it now. Come on. Nope. Yours. I'm going to scoop and go to game 2. It was a boss. It was a boss off the top.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't doing squat. Not a single supporter. No nothing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't really do a lot when I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs whilst you just go Chiatsu Yoga Kick combo. Anywho, now that that first game is over and done with, I'm kind of glad it is. Let's go to game 2. Well, welcome back to game 2. That was an unfortunate loss for me there. Not a single supporter. I put a good few in. I mean, technically I did see the boss at the end, but, well, either
Yeah.
way. I'm going to go first.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's a go first format.
Yes. But yeah, that was just shocking. Like, I could have put in Mega Frost last, but, like, you know, once she would be, like, once my sister's aware of the card in the list, kind of loses its value. And obviously Meowth would have been absolutely brilliant to have, but no. Joe didn't put one
We've
in.
got a Mully here.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing special.
Nothing special, yeah. That didn't really
Give
show
away
anything
much.
extra. Yeah, I'll take the 1 though, of course.
This is actually a pretty good start. We might actually get to do something here, especially with that top deck. We're going for an Eevee and a Snorunt. I prized a Frostlass. I've got another tech attacker in here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it in this game. We'll soon find out. Energy count, how's that looking? Not bad at all. I'll take that. So we'll bench a monkey. I will attach to Eevee. And I will pass.
Okie doke.
Okie dokie.
Well, that's nice. Fighting Gong. Grab Lunatone.
Immediately getting the Sorrel Lunatone engine established.
Fighting
Gong. Energy.
Energy.
See, the fighting's just
Attach
so
return.
good. Oh, even
Binacle on the
better.
bench.
Even better.
And Lilies.
Even better. Didn't even need a draw.
And then we'll go Buddy Poffin. Grabbing 2 Meditite.
That is a really good start for you.
Yeah, it's pretty cracked. And we'll Cosmic Beam for knock.
Don't blame you. Really good start for you. Kind of wish I'd attached to the one on the bench.
Yeah,
now, but...
I thought that. I thought that's probably incorrect.
It's fine.
I can attack going second. So
it's fine. So we're gonna go Ultra Ball away, Monkey Dory, and Grass Energy. We will grab ourselves a Glaceon. It's fine anyway, because don't worry, I do have a way to power it up. So we'll go for the Crispin. We'll go fight for Water and a Dark. And you can guess where both are going. So then we'll Frost Bullet, take the knockout on the Solrock, and we'll put pressure on that Lunatone.
Yeah.
It's a shame I can't play the last card in hand, but you can't play 2 supporters in one go.
No. Alright, we'll bring up a Meditite.
Could you imagine if they ever reprinted, what was it, Lieutenant Surge's thingy? What's the name of that card?
Is it Lieutenant Surge's Bargain?
No, that's the one where you give up a prize card.
Oh, yeah.
The one where it lets you play 2 supporters in a turn. That would be
right,
funny.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Okay, we're going to evolve to Barbaracle.
Yep.
A Tarragon.
Tarragon is pretty good. You get your engine back and an energy.
Bench Solrock. Cycle.
There is a world in which you just go for collect here, to be honest. Yeah, I need to get them grasses back later. Because I might need them for Euclades. Like I said, there is a world in which you go for collect here, but I mean, it's your call, I guess. You would be a turn attachment behind, but you obviously have the barb to redeem that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that extra card could help later. You never know. But no, I must admit, I think I've undercooked this Glaceon, but I don't really think about this one, to be honest. I just thought of an engine that would work. Because
Okay,
Mega
this
Frost
might
Slash
be a
could farm
risk.
you. Oh, hello.
So I'm gonna evolve to the Medicham on the bench, attach Rocky Energy to the one on the
Yep.
bench, and pass. Might be a bit of a risk, but
Okay. No, it makes sense. I'll attach the monkey and lilies.
yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good. There's Risky Ruins. We'll play the Body Puffin and grab an Eevee and a Snow Runt. So now we can start flinging some monkey damage around, which is what this deck loves to do. So we'll go Adrenabrain, take on a Snow Runt, and we'll put it on the Medicham. I'll Ultra Ball away Glaceon and a Boss. Grab a Frostlass. So I'll start putting some extra pressure on. And then we will Frost Bullet, take out the Meta-types, and go down to 4 prizes. And I'll put the 30 on the Medicham. Might as well try and set it up for a KO later.
Alright, I'll promote the Medicham.
Yep. Of course, Monkey Dory gets another damage counter.
Indeed.
See, eventually the Frostless Monkey Dory is something you're going to have to be very careful of. And with Risky Ruins down, it's going to make things a little bit easier for me to get damage counters down.
I'm going to pop my Monkey Dory in play.
Yep.
I will attach for turn to the Monkey Dory.
Yep.
I will Adrenabrain.
I'm kind of annoyed you're playing Monkey as well. I mean, it makes sense.
I will move the damage onto the Eevee on the bench.
Yep.
Then I'm going to go
Trying to make me pick and choose. Yep.
For an energy. Use Stone Arms.
Yep.
To attach it to the active.
Yep.
And I'm just going to play Pokepad just to fit in some cards.
Sure.
Let's get Tinglu.
Yep. I had a feeling I'd see that. Ironically,
I'm playing
it as well.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I'm just going to take a Lunatone off of the second Pokemon that I've just
fair
played.
Enough. And Chiatsu.
Yeah, I think we Chiatsu here.
Fair enough. Okay. Reason Shred into effect. I could start putting pressure on that monkey. Yeah, so I'm just going to play Lily straight off the bat. Ooh. Ooh, do I get there? No. I am 1 damage, and again, you've got the Rocky fighting, so I don't need to worry about that. I'll bench my Tinglu. Air Balloon the Glaceon. Energy Search. Grab a basic fighting energy. I'll then Adrenabrain off the Eevee. I'm just trying to think math-wise. Yeah, we'll put it on the Lunatone. We'll then free retreat into the Tinglu, crystal the Eevee, fight into the Tinglu, and we will ground crasher for 30 to everything and discard the stadium in play. And we also take out your Lunatone.
Do.
And then freeze and shroud into effect, putting even more damage counters into play. But no, I definitely, like, you know, from sitting from a desktop perspective, it makes me feel like I'm sat a bit further away from my screen.
Yeah.
And it just feels like, even, you know, like, displayed Pokemon and stuff like that, like, if I right-click my monkey, it just feels so awkward. It does feel awkward.
Yeah, okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to Adrenabrain.
Yep.
I'm going to take the damage off of the monkey. Put it onto the Glaceon.
Yep.
I'm then going to boss up the Frostlass.
Okay.
Evolve Meditite into Medicham.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do Chiatsu.
Okay. Interesting play here. I see what you're trying to do. Very interesting play, sis, I will say.
The hand is pretty dead
I
at
was
the
about
moment,
to say,
so...
the hand seems pretty dead for you. Unfortunately, I do have a way out of this, and it's going to be a whole lot worse for you. So I'll do that. Crispin. We'll take... What energy do I want here? It doesn't really matter. Because I need an energy to retreat, so that's fine. We'll use a water for that. I'll just take a dark. So dark to hand. Actually, no, I want to take water to hand. I can afford to lose a dark. So we'll do that. Then we will adrenaline off the Glaceon and put on the monkey. So then we'll free retreat into the Glaceon. I'll attach to the Eevee on the bench, and I will Frost Bullet for 110. Take out your monkey. I think taking out your monkey here just feels correct. At least in my mind.
I'm hoping for a miracle off this top deck. That's all I'll say.
More Freeze and Shroud into play. That takes your Barb down to 40 HP remaining. And obviously, you've not seen my backup attacker.
No.
That's
okay,
if he decides to show his face.
Yeah.
Because there is a chance.
I think I'm too far behind, but I'm going to carry on nonetheless.
Okay.
So I'm going to attach another Rocky Fighting energy to the Medicham in the active.
Yeah.
I'm going to put down another Monkey Dory just in case.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to Yoga Kick for knockout.
Alrighty. Makes complete sense, I'll be honest.
Because you've got a one-card hand, so...
Yeah, that one card is about to... I don't know what's
in there, but...
Yeah, you're about to learn what it is. There's the pings off of the Frostlass there. We'll do that to you. If I'd have known I was going to top deck a Glaceon, that's what I would have been. Then. Yeah.
That's just GG's.
Oh, it's even worse than that. I've got Team Rocket's Watchtower. So we'll Ground Crusher.
That doesn't really matter. But
so now I have game on your Soul Rock. Unless you can take 3 prizes this turn, which is a very fat chance. Although, there is actually a world in which you could do it. There is a world in which you could do it.
Let me see here.
There is a way you do it. I've worked it out. Let's see if you can.
Yeah, but you don't know what's in my hand.
That's true.
Well...
Game 3? Because if you kill the Ting Blue, I just come...
Let me just work this out.
Because like I say, if you just pass, I just win with
I know. That's why I'm just trying to work out my damage here. Okay, we attach Dark for turn there. We go Adrenaline Brain. I will move. I just need to figure out where I move it from, sorry.
That's alright. Take your time.
I think, because obviously I don't know what cards you've got in your hand. I'm going to move the damage off of the Soul Rock.
Yeah. So you'll be taking 2 prizes at the end of this turn.
And then I'm just going to Chiatsu.
Okay.
And then your Monkey Dory goes down in between turns.
There's only one problem, sis.
What have you got in your hand?
I don't need to do anything. I just need to pass. Your monkey's on 90 HP.
Oh, yeah, I would have lost that anyway.
And besides, I did get the Blood Moon, but obviously I can't retreat. But yeah, all I have to do is pass my turn, and your Monkey Dory goes down to Frostlass.
I think either way, because I had in my head that you was just going to bring back Monkey Dory anyway. So if I'd have taken taken damage off of the Monkey Dory, then
yeah, it was quite.
I would have. I would have probably won if you had no way to retreat. I should have
I
just
didn't
taken
have
the
a
damage
yeah.
off the monkey door.
I didn't have a
Well, I
wave
didn't
trait.
know what I didn't know what was in your hand, so
Yeah.
that was a misplay on my part. I should have won that then. Well,
You definitely should
it's
have won
game
that,
3.
but it's a game 3. Let's see what happens in game 3.
Because I didn't take out your, I wasn't going to take out the Ting Lu, so you'd
We're
have been
just having
stuck
a quick
anyway.
discussion there, folks. Welcome back to
Yeah.
game 3.
I'm gonna go first. I should have definitely won that game. I had obviously I had no idea what was in your hand. If I'd have moved the damage off of my monkey dory, I would have won. But obviously, I didn't know if you were gonna have like another monkey in your hand and blah blah blah. So
Plus, even
whatever.
then, I could have won if I had Stadium as well, because obviously your Soul Rock would have been at 90 still.
Exactly.
So you didn't really have a wrong
lot
answer.
Of avenues. Yeah.
I personally don't think you had a wrong answer there.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll start you.
I'm actually low-key surprised, like, how well this list is running.
I think you're doing all right with it, yeah.
Given that I didn't test it before we started as well, I literally just built it, and then we were just like, let's go.
I'll take that, Molly.
All right, starting the Ting Lu. I'm starting the Soul Rock.
Indeed.
We'll go Bud for 2 Meditite. We will then go Pokegear. I'll take the boss, sure. I'll attach the Soul Rock and pass.
Alrighty, let's see what we got off the top. Okay, so we'll bench you, play the Buddy Puffin. Ooh, that's bad prizing. That is really bad prizing. I have prized 2 snow runs. And a risky ruins.
That is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, that's pretty shocking is what that is. Yeah, I'll play this.
Also, can we just establish that I've not revealed my A spec yet?
Yeah, you haven't.
It's not come up yet.
No. I'll just grab a Glaceon, I think. I think that's fine. So we'll go Crispin. Go Water and Fighting. Fight into the Ting Lu. Attach an energy to the Eevee. And we'll Ground Catcher for 30.
Yep.
Obviously no other effect, as there is not a Stadium in play.
Nope. That's not what I want to see on the top deck.
Oh no.
We'll play another Puffin. I'm just going to get 1 more Meditite down.
Yeah, knowing how my sister can be, she will be kicking herself for that. But again, like we've discussed in the opening bit, we wasn't to know, you know, like what our hand size was and like what our situation was. So, you know. Alright, well that's slightly annoying that you did that, but luckily I have an energy. So I'll evolve to the Glaceon. Judge.
Okay, I'm not going to argue against the judge.
Okay, evolve. I'm just got a colourful catch.
Yeah.
So grab 3 different basic energy cards and add them to my hand.
Yep. All right.
Because not only am I deck thinning,
that judge was quite kind to me. It gave me a Pokepad.
That's all right.
So I can actually attack.
Indeed.
And then I'll go another Pokepad. We'll get Monkey Dory.
Of course.
Bench Monkey Dory. Attach the turn to the Monkey Dory. Adrenabrain. I'll move the 30 off of the Soul Rock. And I don't think it entirely makes a difference where this goes. So I will just put it on the Glaceon.
Sure.
And then we'll Cosmic Beam for the KO.
Yep. No worries. Unfortunate, but these things happen. I'll promote a Glaceon. And Freezing Shroud takes its first effect. Alright. Okay, well that's not what I wanted off the top, I'll be honest. But that is something. I'll bench second Ting Lu. I'll attach Grass to Glaceon. And I'll Frost Bullet. Take out the Soul Rock and put it on the monkey. Okay, nice. That's some good.
I'm
That's a
going to
good
promote
prize
the
card.
monkey.
Sure. Oh, it's doing that bug again where your monkey didn't see the damage counter, but obviously it's already been applied.
Oh, okay.
it remember you had that bug when I last played Monkey Door and promoted it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know if you remember that.
So I'm going to Adrenabrain to the Glaceon
Rude.
off of the Monkey Dory. I know.
Do we need to retreat this?
I do need to retreat it, unfortunately. I'll attach this return, retreat.
Cosmic Beam
into the
70.
Soul Rock. Yeah, I'm just going to Pokepad first real quick. I'll
thing.
take... I don't think it really matters what I take here, to be honest with you. Just take... We'll take a Binacle.
Sure.
And then we'll Cosmic Beam for 70.
Which does matter for your second attack. Alright, well there's the Frostlass ping. That's not what I need right now. That is exactly what I needed off the top. So then we'll play Pokegear. Ooh, we do get something quite spicy. But I will save you for later. So then we'll Adrenabrain off the Glaceon and... Ooh, do I put it on Monkey or do I put it on Lunatone? I mean, you get Draw, but I prioritise the Monkey here, I think. And then we'll Frostball it, take out the Soul Rock, put it on the Monkey. I think it just makes sense to take out Monkey here. Well, try and take out Monkey. So yeah, we've not seen your race spec, and I'm actually getting quite concerned. I'm getting quite worried. No. I'm getting quite worried as to what it is.
Bench Binacle. Attach. Do we? No, we don't. We don't do that, I think. We instead just play Lilies.
Obviously, your Monkey's going to go down to Freezer Shroud ping at the end of this turn.
Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't help that. Oh,
Fair enough.
That Lilies was not very helpful.
Oh dear. I guess she was determined to make you lose.
Pokepad. I'll grab Barbaracle. Fighting Gong.
So no draw. No draw from Lunatone here.
I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay to do this. I'll just attach and collect.
Makes sense.
I'm not gonna, like, the damage isn't really super relevant, so I'd rather just draw.
No. So there goes Monkey Dory.
That's fine.
I do take a prize card because of that. Yeah.
I think I've not been able to set up very. This is easily the worst game like that I've had.
Oh, for sure. We'll do that to you. We'll attach Fighting Tinglu. I'll Adrenabrain. Put it on the Lunatone. And we'll just Frostball it, take out the Meditite, and take out the Lunatone. Take your prize cards.
GG's. There's no way back from this point. Like,
no. And you know I have a boss in hand.
Yeah.
I've just not played it yet, because I don't need to. I must admit, judging by the build that you went with, I didn't think I was going to win this.
Well, my misplay in game 2 didn't help, but, you know.
I wouldn't really call it a misplay, because like you said, you didn't really know what I had, so to speak. I'm going to go down with I want to see a gentle slap.
No, I was going to see if I could do something else, but...
Go on, gentle slap, do it.
Hold on. I was going to see if I could do something else, but I don't think I can.
Fair enough.
Next, I'll do that. Yeah, it's just been unfortunate that I've not been able to set up this game.
No.
I'm just going to see if my A-spec was prized this game as well, actually. Oh, it's not prized, I've just not seen
prized. It. Fair enough. We'll see it in the Decklists bit anyway, so...
Yeah.
Go on. You know you want to. Do it for the
No, I
content.
don't. I'm just going to concede.
Ah.
There's
To be fair,
no way back.
Yeah, as you said, there's no way back. You know I have a Blood Moon in the list. I have damage counters all set up across the board. So even if I let you take a few prize cards, I was in the driver's seat there.
That's such a shame, because game 1 it did fine. Game 2 I should have won that.
Yeah.
And then it just bricked me game 3, so...
Pretty unfortunate, but unfortunately that's just how some of these games go on PTCG Live. Glaceon was able to take the win there, even though it really did not deserve it. Let's go to the deck list, and let's have a proper look. So here's my list for Glaceon EX with the Frostlass Monkey Dory package. I must admit, I think it's because obviously I've come back and obviously we've started recording after I finished work. I don't really think too much about this list. I obviously had like 30 cards already prepared for Glaceon, because sometimes if I'm bored, I'll just build decks for the Wheel of Pain, and I had about 30 cards done for this. And well, you'll notice a couple of key things are missing here. One, Mega Frostlass, which would have absolutely farmed this matchup, but you know, obviously my sister can play around that, but I don't have any Ultra Ball shifts playing, so you never know. And another card was Meowth EX. It would have been nice to have seen more than a couple of supporters during the games, but, well, in the end I actually ended up playing more supporters than my sister, which was quite surprising. So, of course, this pretty much idea was, I said I did get to use Euclays. Pretty much all this was a Frostlass Monkey Dory shell with Tingloos added in. Obviously, we didn't play things like Prism Energy and stuff like that, because obviously I want them to work with the Glaceon and obviously be crisping targets. But that's pretty much it, because obviously, you know, Frost Bullet does 110 to the active and then 30 to the bench, and then Euclase does knock out one of your opponent's active Pokemon, one of your opponent's Pokemon has exactly 6 damage counters on it. And obviously, if there is more than one, you get to choose. But we didn't end up using that attack, and to be honest, I didn't really focus on that attack. I just wanted to spread as many damage counters as possible. As for the Eevee, there's plenty of Eevees to pick from. I just picked this one because I don't think I've ever used this one for a video. And well, it's a cute little Eevee, so I thought, why not? So of course we're playing 4 Eevees, 3 Glaceons, 3 Snowruns, 3 Frostlass, 3 Monkey Dories, 2 Tingloos, and my backup attacker, who only appeared as a cameo, was Blood Moon Ursaluna. Typically for Frostlass Monkey Dory decks, they do obviously have Tingloo, Monkey Dory, Frostlass, obviously, you know, they're attackers, quotation marks. But obviously they normally have a big late game finisher in the form of Blood Moon, so I just chucked in a Blood Moon and, well, he didn't get to do anything, but I mean, at least he got to sit on the bench and just, you know, be a bench warmer, a bit like some of the football players I know. But honestly, it would have been nice to obviously get him going in the games. Obviously, the Medicham's second attack doesn't do weakness, if I remember rightly, so that's why Blood Moon was sort of picked as my backup attacker in a way, because 1, he can take a hit, and 2, he can obviously move Monkey Dory stuff off. But additionally, if we need to bench him early, he can obviously start taking damage from Frostlass, which we can then move off of Monkey Dory, and vice versa. So of course we have 4 Lilies, it felt like I was playing 2. 2 Boss, 2 Crispin, 1 Judge, just a little bit of hand disruption in the games. 4 Body Puffin, 3 Night Stretcher, 3 Ultra Ball, 2 Pokegear to obviously find our supporters a little bit easier. 1 Energy Search, this just means we don't have to play Crispin all the time. 2 Air Balloons, 1 Sparking Crystal as my ace spec, this is just so we can go Frost Bullet for 1 energy. Didn't really come up, but, you know, it is something to think about. 2 Team Rocket's Watchtower, which may seem a bit counterintuitive given my, you know, backup attacker. I'll be honest, I didn't want to play more Risky Ruins, because that just seems a bit too risky, pun intended. And also, Watchtower could potentially shut down any strategies that my sister uses in regards to the colourless Pokemon, but, well, it didn't happen. But, you know, Tinglu is a busted attacker in this list, so why not? And then, of course, 2 Risky Ruins to obviously help get damage counters early on Monkey Dories, Snowruns, Eevees, Tinglus, you know, Blood Moon Ursaluna, things like that. Just felt like a no-brainer list card to add, really. And, well, obviously we have the energy, 4 Dark, 3 Water, 3 Grass, 2 Fighting for the Tinglus, which are also Crispin targets. There was a point where, obviously, I had 2 Tinglus set up on the bench. I was tempted to attach the second Fighting and threaten hammering for game, in case, you know, like, I still had Boss in hand, which would have been hilarious, but it didn't end up mattering, because obviously, you know, all I had to do was just move stuff off a Monkey, and then that was it. But ultimately, I think this list just fell short in a couple of areas. Like, I think Mega Frostlass needs to go in this list. I know some Frostlass Monkey Dory decks are playing it, but obviously they're normally playing Badoo. We're not, but you could definitely put in Badoos in here. But other than that, really, I think a Meowth would be a pretty solid addition. You would have to change the watchtowers, but it's only because I couldn't think of another stadium. But honestly, this list was really funny, and well, I don't think I've ever like seen a Glaceon deck that like was consistent and like really good. And well, I don't think I've done the best version here, but it did the job. So sis, what did you think to the list?
Yeah, I mean, you went down. Well, the Frostless Monkey Dory route was interesting, but it made sense given the spread that you're doing. I was mainly sort of focusing on your second attack because knowing you, you'd find a way to like get it consistently. But only having two Crispin was interesting. And yeah, the Watchtower wasn't relevant, and you'll see why it was even more not relevant when you see my full list. So you know, in normal circumstances, you would definitely want Watchtower for the Meowth stuff, but no, it was all right. Like you say, Glaceon EX is you know, it's never been part of the EV box package because it's just not been good enough. You know, it doesn't accelerate energy like Flareon does, for example. So yeah, I think if Glaceon's your favorite evolution and you're looking for a sort of a starter list, I think this is a decent start for you. Will you be meta relevant? No,
Not
because
by a country
110 doesn't.
mile.
No, but are you gonna probably have a little bit of fun at your locals playing this? Quite definitely. So,
We say 110's not too relevant. I mean, it was in those games because it was actually dealing with your Sorot Lunatone engine quite
well,
well.
yeah,
But
yeah, but it
realistically, you know, how many decks are going to be like scared of 110 minus the Sorot Lunatone engine decks? None. So,
yeah.
but no, genuinely, this list felt like a pretty good start. Like if you wanted to, you know, like play Glaceon as you know a main sort of like EV box sort of deck, you know, like EV box spread sort of deck, it could definitely do something like that. But if you're going to do that, honestly, put a couple of Flareons in. You are going to be running into Teal Mask all the time, and trust me, Teal Mask don't take no prisoners, so you need some way to just one-shot them. But yeah, honestly, this is a pretty good starting list, and well, I actually enjoyed this deck. I wish I'd have put a Mega Frostlass and a Meowth in, and obviously swapped the stadiums around a little bit. But other than that, this list felt fine, and to be honest, I'm pretty happy with it. So let's go to my sister's deck list, and let's see what Ace spec she picks. Obviously, we never saw it.
Okay, so here is my Medicham EX list. Do you know what? To say that I just quickly whipped it up together and then didn't test it and played it, I actually quite enjoyed it. Um, will I play it again? Probably not, but that's besides the point. So yeah, you got the 4-3 line. That was definitely enough. You didn't really worry about that. I went for the barbarical support. There's fighting type just has a lot of really good support, and so I wanted to try and showcase that off as much as possible. So obviously barbarical being great for accelerating energy, which is fab. We had obviously our draw engine in the Soul Rock Lunatone package, makes sense. Two Monkey Dory just to move damage back, because obviously Shiatsu only takes it down to 50, so in theory, like two monkeys and a Shiatsu would knock out something relevant. Then I also had a Tinglu, and I had a Blood Moon Ursaluna, which I didn't end up using. And I also low-key forgot to take out Okidogi, because Okidogi is only really useful if you play Prism Energy, and I couldn't really just like justify the space. So if I was to redo this list again, I'd probably potentially take out the Okidogi and maybe put in like another energy or something. I'm not sure, but like I say, I kind of just whipped this up together real quick. In terms of our support account, 4 Lilies because it's just the best draw supporter in the game right now, 2 Boss and 2 Tarragon just to recycle all of our fighting boys. And then we've got the whole consistency package here of Poffin, Pad, and Gong. Poffin to find our Metatypes, Pad to find pretty much anything apart from the EX, and Gong to find all of our basics or the energy. Because we didn't play many basic fighting energy because I focused on the Rocky energy, mainly because of the sort of text saying prevent all effects of attacks, which would help against the second Glaceon attack, but obviously that didn't really come up. But regardless, I think that it was still good to put this in. Maybe I would swap it around if I was to do it again. So like 4 basic, 3 Rocky, just because it can be a little bit tricky to find the Rocky, whereas the basic it's a lot easier to find. So again, that's just on me for not testing before we started. 3 Night Stretcher, pretty self-explanatory. My A spec was unfair stamp. I could have maybe gone Prime Catcher. I could have maybe been mean and go Heroes Cape, but I just thought that stamp might have been a little bit more disruptive and relevant for, just the whole game. 1 gear, this could have probably come out, to be honest with you, but I was down to 59. I was at 59 cards and I was like, okay, we'll just put a gear in. But I think in reality, this could be either a 3rd boss or a 3rd Tarragon. So make of that what you will. 1 air balloon, this wasn't really relevant. 3 battle cage wasn't really relevant, to be honest with you, but there's no good stadiums in the format right now. And in order for me to use Tinglu, I need a stadium, unless obviously Joe gives it me. But I thought battle cage was probably just like the better of like the options. And then energy wise, we have 4 Rocky, 3 basic. I've already explained what I would have done better. 2 ignition, only because like in theory, if you stone arms and attach ignition, then you swing for 190 like turn 2. Obviously, like again, going back to the point of not being able to find these energies consistently, there isn't like a special energy search in the format. Whether there will be one or not, I don't think so. But just only having 2 copies of that, I think was just enough, just because I could put that pressure on if I wanted to, even with the first attack as well, which is what happened in game 1. And then 2 dark energy, mainly for the Monkey Dory. Like I say, the Ogie Dogie was, I could have probably made space for that as well. But again, I just threw this together real quick. But overall, I enjoyed this, mainly because of all the fighting support. Medicham EX is not a good card, hence why it's in this series. But no, I think game 1, it ran really well. Game 2, I should have probably won that. And then it just didn't really work for me in game 3, but that's how it is. So, yeah.
Honestly, though, I think, like, outside of you teching quite heavily for me, which, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, that proves that you've clearly had Euclays on your mind, at the very least.
I did.
Like, honestly, like, the consistencies here, I mean, like you said, the Okie Dokie, like, obviously Okie Dokie needs Prism Energy, ideally, as its, way to trigger Adrenaline Power. And to be fair, like, Okie Dokie would have been a bit of a problem for me if you did, obviously, accommodate for it a bit more. But obviously we did see that your aspect was unfair stamp, even though the only thing that was unfair was the fact that you never saw it, but still.
Yeah.
But no, this seems a pretty consistent list. I do agree with the Rocky and fighting swap. I think that's pretty reasonable. But no, otherwise this is pretty much what I expected. There was a build that I've just remembered it now. There was a build that I hinted at when we obviously first spun the wheel. It would have been hilarious if you'd have played Medicham EX with Yveltal EX, because obviously Yveltal EX knocks out anything that has 50 or less. So you could obviously like start Chiatsuing across the board and stuff like that, and just use Yveltal to just knock out everything. That would have been hilarious, but probably very inconsistent. But
yeah, exactly.
The thought was there, I guess.
Yeah, I think the fact that, like I say, fighting's just got some really good support in the format right now. Obviously, Mega Lucario is a pretty meta-relevant deck, as is Cynthia's Garchomp to some extent. So just having the consistency with Gongs and the Soul Rock Lunatone package, it was just hard to say no to that, really.
Exactly, and I could have obviously added in Mega Frostlass, which, looking at the build that you have here, you have no Ultra Balls. If I'd have known that, Mega Frostlass would have farmed you, to say the least. But yeah, I didn't obviously want this to just be Mega Frostlass and a cameo by Glaceon, but no, I've really enjoyed the builds that we've cooked up here. I think we've both done a reasonable job here, and
yeah, me too.
Obviously, this series is obviously meant to test our deck building, but well, you know what? I think that this episode really has, and I think this episode in particular has definitely shown, like, fighting had a lot going for it, but at the same time, Frostlass Monkey Dory is just too broken.
Yeah.
But no. Anywho, we're going to leave you that for today. Really hope you enjoyed seeing the Medicham EX take on the Glaceon EX. I'll see you next time.